Before he met Nat, Scott thought the sun was a monster. And fuck
When she talked about Scott the first time, and I was like, this one's different. And then I met Scott, and he was ready to go for blood for Natalie. I loved it. I loved it, because if you know me, I am Natalie's mean friend. I will hurt you for her.
One day, I'm sitting on the respective couch, and he goes, oh, dude, there's this girl that I've been talking to, and she's here. And he starts telling me about Natalie.
I don't remember this.
And I had heard about Natalie.
This thing's an off-roader.
It was a coffee love story. They say Jitterbean's a dating service. I worked there for years, and I moved from one Jitterbean back to my home location at Broadway. And as soon as I moved back, I was like, who's this customer coming through? So handsome, this cool looking truck.
I mean, we were kind of just googly-eyed at each other for a long time. We were just kind of smiling discreetly and like, I wonder what she thinks.
And then he'd go, and then the next day at 9 a.m., hopefully he'd come through. Sometimes he would, sometimes he was off busy, and so every day it was just hopefully he'd come through.
When Natalie told me about Scott, her words were, there's this really cute guy that is coming to the drive-thru, and I don't know what to say to him. What do I say? And I was like, just tell him you think he's cute and you want his number. And she was like, no.
I had to get his name off his receipt. And so I finally pulled the cord. I was like, I need to know this man's name, because I need to know. And I was like, Scott Nichols? Who's Scott Nichols? Never heard that name? Which is really interesting for somebody in Humboldt County when you know everybody.
And then she followed me on Instagram, and I was like, oh, dude, that's a sign.
I followed him on Instagram. After the stalking of the credit card, I was able to locate him on Instagram, and he only had pictures of his truck. And I'm like, the heck, man, I want to see your face. And there was one picture of just his slim face. I was like, okay, at least I've got that. And then one day he messaged me on Instagram, and that's how the messages started.
Yeah, because she said one of the things that she loved when you were coming through the drive-thru was your chiseled face, because she prayed for that. That's the one thing that I wanted, and yes, I got it. Did she ever tell you that?
Oh, she said she'd always just I don't know why, but I guess I'd go through and lick my lips after I talked to her or something. Yeah. And she was like, God, that just smitten.
But it was 2 months of just what are we gonna do? Does he like me? And then I was moving to Arizona at the time too. So I stayed home for love.
I was never really sure about love or marriage growing up. My lack of trust in anything never allowed me the confidence to believe I'd truly find it. I'm getting mixed up here. I'm skipping words. But the moment I met you, I thought maybe there's a chance. If I can just trick you into loving me, maybe this sad little boy can find happiness. You saw something in me I still don't see to this day. Every day you make me want to be a better person, because in the end I know I will never deserve you. See, there it is.
When I first met you 6 years ago at Jitterbean and made you coffee every day at 9 a.m., I knew you were someone special. And even though we spoke very few words to each other, my crush on you only grew day by day. Something in me sparked back to life that I'd been missing since I was a little girl, and you filled every fractured part of my heart with something I didn't know I was missing. You made a life that I wanted to give up into a life I was so excited to live. You are my favorite person. You are the most creative, loving, honest, protective, tender, and resilient man. I can't wait to travel the world with you. I could never in a million years ask for a better man to call my husband. 6 years later, and I'm finally about to be your wife. And for the record, I would have married you 2 weeks into dating you. No joke, and you know it. My sweet Scotty.
let no one separate what God has joined together. Scott, you may kiss your wife. And it is with tremendous pleasure to introduce you for the first time ever, Mr. and Mrs. Scott Nichols.
Waking up to the one.
Are we doing the right thing?
Oh, I will wait. Feel the dream getting closer. And we're running unafraid. Never gonna slow down, it's time. Pick up the pace, roll the dice. Only got one life, we're on our way. We're on our way. This feeling we're chasing, we're never gonna let it go. 'Cause life's for the taking. Come on, let's go. Gotta live in the moment and reach for the golden sun. 'Cause life's what we make it. Come on.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's my honor to introduce to you Mr. and Mrs. Nichols!
Gonna be such a good day.
We're dancing!
Crystal clear, not a worry in our way. Yeah, we're smiling ear to ear. Never gonna slow down, it's time. Pick up the pace, roll the dice. Only got one life, we're on our way. We're on our way. This feeling we're chasing, we're never gonna let it go. 'Cause life's for the taking. Come on, let's go. Gotta live in the moment and reach for the golden sun. 'Cause life's what we make it. Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go.
Welcome to Disney Channel.
There you go.